Today's sip is about finding your purpose and also stepping outside of those comfort zones we get stuck in. But you only step outside those comfort zones for what actually serve you. Here's another car ride turn episode because my brain decided to wander back to a conversation I was having with a friend the other day. She was sharing how she is so over her job. Like, how many of you are over that job? And when my friends hit that crossroad, I usually ask them, have you even thought about what it is that you want to do? Like, do you know your purpose? And usually the answer is no. And so I encourage them to start there. Because seriously, F these jobs. Like, seriously, F these jobs, because half the time they are barely paying the bills. And when you think about it, something is really rooted in your purpose. Your purpose can sow endless seeds of abundance. And we're not just talking about money. We are talking about abundance and peace, freedom, and alignment, full alignment. So this episode, we're talking about leaving comfort zones and finding moves that are aligned, intentional, and rooted deeply in you. So go grab your tea, your water, or even a cocktail, whatever it is you need, because we are about to pour into this. I know that people have a shit ton of things to do. I know that life is hard. But if you can find some kind of joy in whatever it is that is making your life hard, or find some type of joy around your life in all the other areas that doesn't include whatever it is that makes your life hard, life will be a little bit better. But it's like, we understand that or maybe some of us don't understand that we control our own happiness. So, when we are upset that we're not making enough money, or we're upset that we hate our job, or we might love our job and we just hate the people that we got to work with, or we're upset because dating isn't going how we want it to go, or we're upset at the other co-parent in this co-parenting relationship with our kids. Whatever the circumstances are, you still have to go through it. Like, you can be upset about it, but what is being upset going to do for you? Like, how is it going to help you by being mad about whatever the situation is? That literally is a choice. I had to learn that. We choose to be pissed off about stuff. Like, we literally click the pissed off button and hold it. We're holding on to whatever anger or bitterness, whatever. I know this shit sounds cliche because I've heard people say it so many times. So many times. I've heard people say how it literally is as easy as letting go. But people are like, well, it's not easy to let go. It's not. Nothing's easy. But are you actively trying to let go? Most of the time, from what I see, no. People will get on this, you'll get in the groove of working on yourself. You might start therapy, you might make a list of things that you have to do in your life. Like, I'm going to get up earlier, because I'll be so tired. I got all this stuff to do. So instead of me being tired, groggy, and angry, I'm going to get up earlier and go to bed earlier. I'm upset about my weight, but I'm still going to eat all this stuff. Or I'm upset about my weight and I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to change my diet and I'm going to get more active. That's actively changing whatever it is that makes you upset. Or you don't make enough money. You can be mad that I'm overworked and underpaid. I hate this place, blah, blah, blah. You can either be that person, or you can actively start not only looking for work, but actively start looking for work in the area that serves you. That's important, because people will say, ain't no work out here. But it's like, no, all right, so maybe it's time for you to really figure out what you want to do with your life. And at least you can struggle, hopefully, doing something that you love. I would much rather be struggling making $50,000 hiking than to be struggling making $50,000 sitting behind a desk of a cubicle working on somebody else's dream. It's both a struggle. I'd rather struggle doing something that I like, right? And I'm not making it seem like it's easy to do that, but this is where the choice comes in. Because either way it's going to be hard. You got to choose your hard. It's going to be hard to try to start doing what you want to do, but at least, you know, you're bringing that joy in your life, and at least you're doing something that you love. And who knows, you might build a brand, a business, an empire. You don't know. But we stick into these areas of professions or just jobs because we feel like we don't have any other choice. There is always a choice. And the thing about it is, most of the time, the choice is never us. We never choose us. We always end up choosing bullshit. Or what we think other people would want. Or what we think other people would love to see us do. We don't want people to have an opinion about something that we like. So we just gonna blend in. Again, I'm in the car by myself, and this just came across my brain, and I'm like, let me share this because I have conversations with so many people, and I try to encourage every person. And I'm not just out here spreading this, talking to everybody about it. No. I give my opinion if it's asked, and most of the time it is. And I'm also a person that will give some great advice that I myself struggle to follow, knowing that it's the right thing to do. And this is from my experiences with other teachers and mentors and therapists and pastors. I've talked to, you know, community leaders, like wise people, and they're all saying the same thing most of the time. And they're all saying a lot of the things that I've been hearing my entire life on radio, TV, and books. And it all boils down to us choosing ourselves. Literally. Just, if you're struggling with something, think of what you want to do. Think of what you want to do that feeds you. Something that you want to do that feeds others. It doesn't do any harm to anybody, you know. And I keep saying that because I know there are a lot of things that some people want to do that's just not the right thing to do. So when you think about wanting to be better, wanting to grow, and wanting to evolve, think about what it is that you want to do that is good for you and good for everybody. Think of that. And if you can make a list of things or boil it all the way down to one thing that you want to do, that's probably your purpose. That's probably your purpose. And you probably should start pursuing that. Because that's where you can actually see life a little lighter, a little brighter, rather. And things won't bother you as much. When you start living in your purpose, it's like, oh, I don't care about none of I don't care about none of that. None of it. None of it. I still haven't 1,000% figured out exactly what my purpose is, but I know that what I'm doing right now is leading me to it. At least get to the point where you have an idea and you feel like you're actively working towards it, and you cannot stand in your own way. We start standing in our own way by wanting to be a part of everything. You know what, let me just go show my face. I really don't want to go, but let me just go show my face. I used to do that. If I don't want to go, I'm not going. If I would rather stay home. Guess where I'm going to be? Home. And most of the time when I'm home, my computer is open or my phone is open or I'm with my kids. But I choose most of the time exactly how my time is going to be spent. And that is not going to be spent pleasing people unless that is something that I want to do. Like, I have to be okay with it first. And I'm a pleaser, but I have to be cool first. If it serves me any form of discomfort, I'm not doing it. People will try to convince you that you have to be uncomfortable. And yes, when you think of it in a sense of life starts outside of your comfort zone. 1,000% true. That is where we are doing things that we want. So this is an example of that. Talking about finding your purpose, right? And you're in this job right now that you hate. But the fear of leaving this job because you feel like you need it, it's uncomfortable. But to pursue your purpose, you have to leave this job. Leaving that job is uncomfortable. Your life is outside of that comfort zone. That's what that means. But if it's not serving you, there is no level of comfort that I would ever say you need to sit in if it's not serving you. But there is discomfort in serving yourself. There's a difference. Yeah, I think that's all I got. Is it? I think I could stop there. Listen, your comfort zone might keep you safe, but it will also keep you stuck in that job, that situation, that routine you don't even like. It's not the thing that's going to water your soul. Purpose is. And purpose is what pays you back in ways comfort never will. So as you move through your own crossroads, stop asking what's easiest and start asking what actually serves me. Because the truth is, peace, freedom, abundance, all of that is already waiting for you on the other side of that leap. Thank you so much for sipping with me today on self-awareness. And remember, always choose yourself first. Everyone else, they can sip afterwards.